Hi, my name is Dawson Carroll, and I'm pleased to be completing an associate's degree in process technology at Victoria College this May 2020. The process technology classes were very informative, providing knowledge I hope to use soon, as I'm eager to apply for technician positions in the area. I realize with the COVID-19 pandemic that process technicians are essential workers. I hope to be a valued employee in the field with a company that can help me grow and strengthen my knowledge. The program gave me great insight into the available career options and taught me just how much a position has evolved and will continue to improve over time. Most units now are digital and require much less manpower as to compete in the global market. The operators at these plants are skilled technicians that assist the plant in producing viable products of more value than from the material that they would come from. With processes becoming more automated, there's more complex computers and control systems, expanding the technician's role from chemical processes to a more complex position with knowledge of federal safety and environmental regulations. Communication skills are important, as reports and logs are legal documents that will be reviewed during investigation should there be a problem, and they need to be clear and easy to understand. Troubleshooting and problem solving are critical in the field, as it is important to detect and correct abnormal situations before they become expensive or even life-threatening. Out-of-the-box thinking in many situations can be applied to coordinate process manufacturing and/or maintenance activities to ensure the production schedules and product qualities are met. I've also learned that personnel in process operations need to have knowledge of the equipment that they are running and have personal traits exhibiting strong core values. Some of those values include integrity, diversity, business basics, systems thinking, loss preventions, and continuous improvement, as well as being responsible and a good team player. These last 2 years of direction from my instructors have helped to develop my confidence and understanding of the job, as well as the equipment in and out of the classroom. My education was quite eye-opening. Even though my father is an operator, it's interesting to think that process operations is the beginning of every product, including some energy. I can look around my house and see items I use every day, like toothbrushes, phone cases, milk cartons, trash bags, the list goes on and on. These items have become essential in our lives. They're available because the plants continue to produce 24/7 with technicians needed around the clock to assist in the production. I've learned that most units consist of interconnected systems that work with each other to complete a process. These systems include equipment, such as pumps, compressors, vessels, cooling towers, heat exchangers, reactors, and distillation columns. I've learned much about the two types of pumps, centrifugal and positive displacement. Centrifugal pumps use impellers and rotational energy to induce flow, whereas positive displacement pumps captures the fluid in a cavity and moves it to discharge. Compressors are used in many different processes and are quite common in the field. Some compressors can be multi-stage and quite large, like this one. Vessels are used not just for storage, but also in processes as mixings. Reactors are much more common and versatile than I anticipated before my education. I've learned reactors can be used in many different processes and can be used to make vastly different products. I've learned a lot about distillation and distillation columns, especially recently. Distillation columns are used to separate liquids by their boiling point. This is done by heating the liquids until one of them evaporates and then collecting the vapors. The vapor will consist of only your low boilers, assuming that the temperature is hot enough to boil the overhead product, but not too hot as to boil the bottoms product. Equipment in the plants, such as pumps, compressors, distillation columns, vessels, and reactors, are controlled by control systems that use process variables. Some of the variables that are controlled are pressure, temperature, level, and flow. These are controlled by pneumatic or digital control systems. In one of my labs, in my operations lab, I experienced using a digital control system, controlling the distillation plant. When there was a flow too low or a level too high, the element measuring it would send information to a transducer that would send it to the DCS system. The DCS system will compare the value to the set point and send the signal back to change the valve position, to make it more closed or more open, to increase flow or decrease flow. None of the equipment can be run without technicians and safety awareness. All work areas have hazards. In a petrochemical plant or refinery, there are several hazards that the employees might be exposed to, such as toxic gas or fires, explosions, falls and steam burns, electrocution, and maybe even radiation. There's 6 types of hazardous energy, as defined by OSHA, that exist in most chemical plants: electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic or compressed gases, chemical, and thermal. Personnel must operate safely, and the plant has implemented several steps to assist. Some of these steps include daily safety meetings, which are useful for many topics, as well as reminders on safety policies, and they serve as good time to cover reports on previous incidents. They also include regular safety training, learning and understanding the procedures, the steps to prepare maintenance on equipment, lockout tagout or one of the similar tagging systems, housekeeping, work permits, incident investigations, and wearing personal protective equipment. In my environmental health and safety classes, I learned a lot about personal protective equipment. For a process technician, and their daily uniform will include fire-retardant clothing, gloves, safety glasses, hard hats, steel-toed shoes, and hearing protection in loud areas. These are all considered to be part of Class D PPE, or daily gear. Class C gear includes all of Class D gear, as long as the clothes are chemical resistant, and a half or full face air purifying respirator is required. This is for an area with a leaked airborne substance that is known. Level B is more protective of your respiratory system, as it requires a self-contained breathing apparatus that will supply fresh air during an incident. Class A, I learned, was the most skin and respiratory protection due to the fully encapsulating chemical protective suit, which I think would be really neat to wear, even though everyone has told me it's really hot. Human error is the leading cause of accidents. This relates directly to not following procedures. The procedures are there to help complete a task safely and efficiently. Ignoring them and cutting corners is dangerous. Starting up and shutting down plants is when the majority of the accidents occur, because this is not normal operating conditions. During shutdowns, there are also contractors that are not familiar with the unit brought in to complete tasks. This increases the chance of accidents. Today's process technicians are responsible for many roles in the industry. Safety, environmental compliance, continuous improvement, product quality, maintenance, and troubleshooting are all necessary to meet production requirements. With our technology evolving daily and the foreign market competition, operators are required to learn and upgrade their skills continuously. With 2 years of instruction and the knowledge that continuous education is vital, I believe I'm ready to enter my field and learn more. In closing, I would like to note that the facility at Victoria College offers hands-on experience with plants, as well as the DCS systems, and even the sampling lab, which is all fantastic. I think they offer a valuable education experience, and I don't know what I'd be doing without it. To all my instruction, thank you for your time and knowledge. You've been so very helpful, and I understand the curveball thrown to all of us during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think you did a fantastic job switching to online classes.